God warns the enemy is stealing your miracle. Don't skip a single second, or you'll miss vital information about what's really happening. Pay attention, chosen one. No one, not even God, can believe what you just did. In the world that can't be seen, something very important is happening right now that has been planned for 7 generations. Kairos is an old Greek word that most of us have forgotten. There is no such thing as normal clock time. It means the best time, when everything works out just right. Kairos has been a part of your life for longer than you thought. It wasn't that you were hurt, that relationships ended, or that doors shut when you thought they should have stayed open. It was the unseen world putting things in place for this very moment. And now is the time. The last 3 days have seen a big change. You may have felt cold all of a sudden, heard something strange in a noisy room, or had a dream that you can't quite remember. That was the end of the shift. And the one who has been following your journey, and heard every quiet prayer you said at 3 a.m., when you thought no one was there, is now quiet. There are no words to describe how beautiful this quiet moment is. Follow me. You will see what's been going on in your life in a whole new way in the next 30 minutes. Place one hand on your chest where the breastbone meets the soft spot below it. Can you feel that beat in your hand? For 3 days now, that same rhythm has been playing in the world we can't see. People don't just say this, it's a real, measurable thing. This is not a list of signs that could mean anything. It's a map. There are 5 clear signs that your body has been picking up on without you being aware of it. The shift has already gone through 5 openings. Let me tell you what you'll get if you read all the way to the end before I share them. You'll know where it all began, and why it happened to you. You'll see what's coming to you from the 3 parts of your life that are changing on their own right now. You'll know how to deal with the fake voice that will show up in 3 days without falling for it. An important message will be sent to you that will confirm everything. You only need to hear it once. Also, before this video is over, you'll have done something that most people never get to do, even when they have the chance. That's really important. Do not skim. Do not look at your phone. The person you are now was planned to have the next 30 minutes. Your chest is the first sign. It's been days since you had it. A feeling of being full and a little pressure right under your collarbone and between your ribs. It sounds like a low hum sometimes and feels heavy other times. You might not have paid attention to it, or thought it was because of stress, the news, or something you can't quite put your finger on. Chosen one, pay attention. This isn't stress. Anxiety is not the same. You feel rushed because it wants you to do something. Your chest doesn't want you to do anything with this feeling. It stays put and just shows up. It doesn't go away when you fix the problem you think is making it happen. Because there is no problem that is making it happen. There are many nerves in your body. The first one is the one that doctors talk about. The second one is the older one that your bones remember from before you could talk. What you're hearing now is that old system humming. It's not broken. It can feel something. There is a mark on your body from the change that just happened in your spirit. It is right behind your breastbone, where old writings say the heart could see. God made it so that your body knows Him before your mind does. Your body knows right now. Your brain is still getting it. The fullness comes from knowing something for sure. Allow it to be. Do not try to get rid of it. It's not a bother, it's proof. The second sign shows up out of the blue. You could be sitting in a normal place, like the kitchen, your car at a red light, or your bed before you go to sleep. It's not cold in here. There is no window open. The air doesn't feel different, but you can feel a chill running down your back, across your shoulders, or over the back of your neck. Just a moment, and then it's gone. It's like something moved through the room and left a mark. This isn't just a draft, a bored feeling, or bad blood flow. This has been felt by people from all over the world, and all cultures. People who paid attention always used the same word to describe it: presence. When heaven goes through normal places, it leaves a mark. That chill is the sign. It's getting to your skin. It feels like the change in the air before a storm to your nerves. But there isn't a storm. There's only the invisible world, which showed up for a short time and got close enough for your body to react. Chosen one, God is not far away. He was close enough to leave a mark. You're not feeling the chills. They're not inside of you. That's how your skin works. Watch out for when they happen. That moment is a message. It's nighttime when the third sign comes. You wake up around 3 or 4 a.m., or at some other quiet time between deep sleep and morning that no one knows the name of. Open your eyes. It's dark in here. There is silence in the house, and you are wide awake. You are not scared, worried, or running through a list of things you forgot to do. You are open and aware. It takes you longer to think than usual. They are farther apart. You don't have to try to feel your breathing. This is not having trouble sleeping. Having trouble sleeping makes you feel crazy and your mind races. What I mean by waking up is a different feeling. Peaceful, almost calm. Some people even say they feel clear in a way they don't during the day. A part of your brain looks like an egg. It has been studied for decades by scientists. Which things you see, and which ones you don't depend on the gate. That gate is busy and loud during the day. It sorts through the thousands of messages that the modern world sends you every hour. It doesn't hear the quiet ones. That gate opens a little at 3 a.m. The messages that have been going around all day finally get to you. This is why you're awake, not because you couldn't sleep, but because something important is being brought to you. In every case, God has been clearest in the third part of the night. This was known by the old prophets. This was known by the spiritual seekers. That's why your body is waking you up. It knows this. Don't fight it. That time is unique. There is a fourth sign in the words. You've been following a word, phrase, or picture. It was in a book you happened to pick up. Then someone you didn't know said it. In a conversation you weren't supposed to hear. Then it showed up in a dream that you thought had nothing to do with it. There is the same word used in all three places, situations, and ways. Everyone has a different word for it. It might be threshold for some and crossing for others. Or Wes. Listen, daughter, son, return. Every chosen one gets their own unique word. The word is special. It's not weird that it keeps showing up. This isn't just a happy accident. The world that can't be seen has trouble communicating with grown-up minds these days. Our minds are trained to block out things, to avoid small signals. They are taught to follow loud ones. So, heaven doesn't just whisper once when it wants you to hear something important. It doesn't whisper once. Within 2 days, it puts the same word in 3 different parts of your life that have nothing to do with each other. It waits for you to notice the pattern. You're now aware of it. You may not have been aware of it at the time, but your deeper mind has been keeping track of every time it showed up. That's why reading this made you feel still. Even though your mind hadn't named it yet, your spirit knew what it was. The message is the word. Pay close attention to the word. Note it down tonight before you go to sleep. In the beginning, this word was used. You will need it later in this video. The 5th sign is the one you've been lying about, the numbers. It's 11:11 when you look at the clock. It's 3:33 when you look up from your phone. The amount paid at the gas station ends in 4:44. This is page 222 of the book you opened by accident. These number patterns have been seen before, but since 2 weeks ago, something has changed. They don't just show up. They want you to pay attention. They appear when you're least alert, which is when you're most likely to notice them. It's not just that you're tired. Now the shift is real. Numbers are used in the invisible world, because they can be used in any language. Well, 11 times 11 can be seen at the same time in France, Korea, and Brazil, and the message gets to all 3 without the need for a translator. Numbers are the language of the universe for communication between gods. They are the marks that heaven makes when important things happen. You are in a very important time right now. And in the stillness that has settled around you while you've been listening, I hear God say, I see you. I haven't taken my eyes off of it at all. The calls came from me. I gave you chills. It was me that woke you up at 3 a.m. I was close enough to leave a mark, and you decide what happens next. There is one truth that has been there longer than your name. Let it come to the surface now. What you just went through isn't 5 different things. It has 5 parts that make up one experience. The tightness in your chest, the chills, waking up at 3 a.m., the word that kept following you, and the numbers that were calling your name. All of them tell parts of the same story. The reading of this story has just begun. Please know that every seed you plant in this mission grows into a torch that shines in someone else's darkness. Whether by buying a coffee, making a donation, or becoming a member of our community, does not go to a channel. Your actions are supporting a divine mission to save lost souls. But more than your support, we want your presence. When you head to our community, through the link in the description or the pinned comment, you aren't just visiting a site. You are entering a community of like-minded believers. This is a sanctuary where you can post your prayer requests, lift up the burdens of others, and engage in daily discussions with a family that speaks the language of faith. Whether you are joining one of our membership tiers for deeper study, sowing a seed of faith, or simply joining our daily morning prayers, you are helping us build a global altar of worship. Heaven moves through willing voices, but it grows through a community that stands together. Each gift you give acts as living water for those in our community seeking healing and hope. Give, and it will be given to you, is the promise that sustains our shared mission. I invite you now to step out of the shadows and into this circle of prayer. Come with purpose, join the conversation, and plant your seed in fertile ground. Let's open the heavens together. Release your seed today, join our community, and see what God brings back into your life. The next question, though, isn't about what started. The important question is, why you? Why this body? What's your name? Why do you live where you do? At this point in your life, big changes don't happen to anyone in the invisible world. If it came to you, it's because you were ready, and you may not even remember being ready. You may have said that some time was wasted in the past, the years when no one saw you. You did quiet work that no one praised. You were loyal even though it didn't seem to help. And you kept your dreams to yourself, because you knew that telling people about them would make them go away. Not being seen wasn't a punishment. The years you were hidden from everyone could not be hurt by bad things. Being seen in the world that can't be seen is interesting. Everything can reach you once you are seen. There are good voices, bad voices, and voices that try to grab the chosen ones before they know the difference. God didn't let you be seen until you knew the difference between what was real and what was just acting real. Being hidden was a way to hide. I love that cover. Also, you've been carrying around a weight that doesn't seem to belong to you. The sadness, the patience, the forgiving when you had every right not to, and the nights you stayed up holding something no one knew you were holding weren't just yours. Being hidden kept me safe. But hidden was also making you who you are. Your spiritual self got stronger with every load you carried without breaking. God doesn't give big changes to people who aren't ready for them. It has been slowly stretched in private until it can hold what is now coming without spilling. He gives it to the ship. This strength is where the shift needs to land, and it builds your strength. The years you thought were wasted were actually used to make your ship bigger. That's okay. Just don't argue with it. Also, being hidden did a third thing, even though it felt like loss. People who broke up with you without giving a reason. Teachers who weren't as nice as they seemed. Chances that almost came true, but didn't. And the person you tried to be but never quite fit. Each one was a fake that was taken away. They are still there. They were taken off. The way God took them away from you is like a sculptor taking away pieces of stone that aren't part of the statue. What you think of as loss right now is really just realizing that what was taken away wasn't really yours to begin with. Now that the masks are off, what's left is the real anointing. Being hidden was a way to get ready. One season for 3 reasons. To protect the gift from something that would have stolen it. To be able to hold the gift when it arrived. And to get rid of all the fakes that tried to claim the gift before you. The hard times weren't a holdup. They were a part of the plan. There was another hidden season before yours had a name. A teenage girl from a small town that no one important had ever heard of. She didn't have much. At a time when that could ruin a future, she wasn't married. She didn't have a big following or any other special skills. The only people who were watching her were those close enough to talk about her. Still, one afternoon, an angel came into her normal house and told her something that would change the course of history. The angel talked. Then he did something that does not happen very often in holy books. He held out. A lot of people skip this part too quickly. The seconds between the announcement and her answer are lost on them. The whole world held its breath. The world outside of sight stopped moving. She had the choice to say no, but heaven couldn't move forward until she did. The universe doesn't try to force you to do something. It's about letting you choose. Yes, she said. And from that one small yes, said by a girl in a small house in a small town, when no one important was looking, every step in the story of people followed, every promise that came true, every prophecy that was fulfilled, and every door that opened for people who came after her. Chosen one, read this part slowly. What's going on in your story is the same. God hasn't changed how He does things. He still chooses quiet spots. His yes from the people the world hasn't seen yet is still out there. He still stops everything to give you that chance to choose, because it has to be your choice and it has to be free. Yes, you said. You might not remember the exact date. It could have been a quiet give up months ago. It could have been a tear you shed by yourself and thought no one heard. It could have been the prayer you said in your head at 3 a.m. when the gate was open and the unknown was close. Your yes was written down. After the yes, there was a real pause, and what is coming now comes from that yes. The kind of moment Mary stepped into has an old Greek word for it. Kairos is the word. It's not the same as how you measure time. That was called something else in Greek. It was named Chronos. Chronos is the timepiece. Chronos is the timetable. Chronos is the alarm that goes off in the morning and the work deadline. The Kairos is not the same at all. Kairos is the right time. The exact arrangement of everything coming together in the right place. For 100 years, a door was shut. Now, it opens and stays open just long enough for the person who was meant to walk through to do so. You didn't realize how long your life has been on Kairos. The job that didn't work out last year. Kairos. Remember that relationship you fought for but lost. Kairos. The chance that almost came true but didn't. Kairos. Every ending was God putting the pieces of your life together in the exact way that makes this moment possible. Also, right now is your merry moment. Most adults have forgotten how to do something that Kairos needs. You have to be open in a way that kids do naturally, but adults almost never do. Adult minds are changed by modern life in a way that shuts the Kairos gate. It has a name in the scientific world. We'll get there. And the adult mind is always trained to think in a way that blocks this openness. Even when the Kairos door is right there in front of you, we'll also get there. Honor the truth, chosen one. What is true should be made clear before another 20 minutes go by. I'm not going to keep it a secret to sell you something later. You should hear what I'm about to say right away. These aren't just vague spiritual ideas that we just talked about, the closed Kairos gate, and sending out the wrong kind of thinking. You can measure them and get answers from them. Kairos needs two specific ways for the brain to work. One that makes you aware of the part of you that receives like a child, and one that lets that receiving happen. 2 steps, done in a certain order. Researchers at MIT and Princeton for many years, led by Dr. Robert Lake, looked into the first step. The Genius Song is the name of the tool that came from that research. The sound is 7 minutes long. That's all. The second step was studied at Stanford by Dr. Stephen Newton, who quit his job in science to talk about what he had found. They made a tool called the wealth signal based on what they learned. It's a 5-minute audio file with a short outline. Also that easy. First the childlike mind, then the receiving mind. There is no flow for most people who try to receive without first becoming like a child again. This is because the channel can't open in a mind that has forgotten how to be small. If those names are already calling to you, the links are in the description and the first comment below. There are 3 ways to go. If you want to know more, read the rest of the message. If not, move on to what's calling you. Both are good. The names aren't the gift though. The gift is what is now coming to the version of you that just made it through the door. I'll show you what's coming up. Let me show you what you can now do. Nothing outside of you can stop what flows toward you after this shift. Something inside you is the only thing that can steer it wrong. Let's take a moment to relax before I tell you what's going to happen in 3 parts of your life. Now for the next part, you need to be ready to receive, which is something your adult self has taught you to avoid. Take away that resistance. Let whatever wants to land do so. You're living 3 parts of your life where things that just began are moving and changing, even before you knew it. You are the first place. You may have seen that you're doing things that you used to question. When you walk into a conversation, you can tell right away if the other person is telling the truth or just making things up. You used to read people more slowly. Now you do. It all makes sense now that you're doing the dishes about a dream you had 3 weeks ago that didn't make sense. You get what it meant. Now you understand why it came at that time. When you say, no, it has power that it didn't have before. You don't need to defend or explain saying, no. The word, no, now has its own power. The people around you feel it, even if they don't agree with it. This is not a change in who you are. This is how your gift comes to life. It was always yours to have discernment, prophetic sensitivity, and inner strength. The outside world told them to be quiet, so they did. They're no longer quiet. The second spot is close to you. Things around you are changing, and you don't even know it most of the time. About to text you are people you haven't heard from in years. They won't know why they suddenly thought of you. It's been quiet and uneventful for the relationships that were going to end. Like moving out old furniture before bringing in new stuff. There's a person coming into your life that you've prayed about for longer than anyone else knows. The way the room feels when they walk in will help you spot them. They didn't show up because of you. They came all the time. You were just moved to where your paths meet. Things are also changing for the chances that almost happened. The ones that fell through last year, and the ones that stopped before they were over. Almost is turning into less. The same reason the answer was no. Last year is also the answer this year. The boat wasn't ready. The ship is now ready. You'll trust and feel the least in the third place. It's the area where you have control. It used to be hard to set boundaries, but now they do it for you. You don't need to talk yourself out of saying no anymore. You just say it. You used to say sorry before saying something that could make someone mad. Your apologies are ending up at the beginning of your sentences without you even trying. You are starting to be able to rest, real rest. Not just sleep. The kind of rest that just shows up in the middle of the afternoon and doesn't ask anything in return. Being loosens up a body that has been tense for years. Your shoulders are going down. Your jaw is getting softer. This victory isn't just about getting better at yourself. This is what happens when the shift hits and your inner power comes back. Allow what you just heard to settle into your breath. No matter where this shift took you, feel the weight of your body. Take note of the silence that has come over you without your doing anything. Just take one slow breath. Things have led you to this point for a reason. The reason is the present moment. Before what comes next can really land, I need to tell you one more thing. Something is coming at you from the wrong side, now that you're awake. In the next 3 days, you'll hear and see 2 different ways of seeing it. If you don't know how to tell them apart, they will both sound and look like the real thing. You can steer away from what you just got, but it can't be taken back. I'll give them both names. Follow me. You will be seen more when this shift is over. And being seen makes people scared. And that fear will get worse for you sometime in the next few days. It'll tell you to be small. You won't be ready, it will tell you. It will warn you that being seen is risky. Pay close attention to what I'm about to say. The fear that came up when I said, visibility, isn't a sign of weakness. That fear means you are growing right up to the edge of what you can do. At the edges, growth always takes place. You're on the edge. Don't let your fear keep you from the new space that has been given to you. You might not be able to fully understand some of the things we've talked about. Your spirit can handle layers without any trouble. The easy one is what your mind needs. Let me make it easy for you. Why did this happen in your life at this time? You were safe, because you were hidden from voices that would have taken the gift before it was stable. The years that seemed wasted were actually times for making changes. The world you couldn't see was putting your life together so that this moment could happen. Privately, little by little, while you were too tired to notice, the ability to hold what's now coming was built. It was all planned out. Not one of them was a punishment. It was all just getting ready. Things have changed in this way. 3 places are being moved around at the same time. Clear insight, inner strength, and discernment are some of the gifts that were quiet inside you that are becoming stronger. Relationships and chances are changing all around you. The right ones are getting closer, and the wrong ones are leaving without a hitch. Your authority is coming back from deep inside you. It's easier to set limits, your voice is more stable, and you can rest. Before your mind caught on, your body knew what it was. The signs you've been seeing aren't 2 different things. They're parts of a bigger story. The event has already taken place. This is for and is being watched by these people. That person was the chosen one, and they walked through their hidden season without being seen. It's the rarest thing that the invisible world lets God do right now, but He's been watching the whole time. For some reason, He has gone quiet. At this point, you need to know the next thing. What's below this video that the shift has been pulling you toward? And how to keep what you have without losing it. This new way of being that you just got is a legacy. Its name goes back further than your family tree, and this activation doesn't just name itself. It also tells you what is in front of you, to help it become stable and keep it safe. You weren't the first person to do things this way. The gamma frequency you had for the first 7 years of your life, the state of wonder, directness, and open yes, was the same as Mary's when the angel stood by. That name has always been yours, child of light. God never tried to hide you from you by being hidden. The brightness was being held back by God until the space around you was strong enough to handle it. On this part of the path, other people have already been. One of them is a teacher I know, not by name, but by what she has done. She didn't have any plans for when she started using the tool I'm about to talk about. Day 1, a little peace and quiet, nothing major. There was a sentence about her worth that she hadn't been able to say in 23 years. That came out of her mouth on day 14. Not because she fixed herself, but because the frequency came back to life after being quiet since she was a child. It wasn't just her. The changes that happened to the brain after age 7 were named by researchers. They named it the decline effect. Gamma, the frequency of knowing things without being told, having creative ideas at random, and being amazed like a child, gets quieter as people get older and more stressed until most adults no longer feel it at all. Gamma can be woken up with a certain tool. A simple one. The name of it is the Genius Song. A 7-minute sound file, headphones on, eyes closed. That's all you do. Your brain is led back into gamma by 2 sounds that are played in each ear. To figure out how to control brain activity, Dr. Robert Lake went to MIT, Princeton, and other top research schools for 34 years. This sound is the result. When you listen for 7 minutes a day, gamma turns on again, and the child inside you wakes up. You might find the youthful brain along with the genius song. This is a deeper way to heal yourself that many chosen ones who go further on this path use. It comes after the first one. Take it if your spirit says so. If it doesn't speak to you, the original is enough on its own. It's not just an idea to guide brain activity. It's weighed. When played back to back, the 2 sounds take the brain to a third state it couldn't get to on its own. MIT and Princeton have known this for a long time. It's been used by 18,366 people, so not even 4% of them return it. So the child inside you wakes up. The strong part of you that was there before the world made it quiet starts to stir. The open, yes, the directness, and the wonder start to come back. In the places where you listen, the decline effect is going the other way. The first step doesn't do something though. You wake up as a child and find something she didn't expect. She's awake. It's easy to find the kingdom. She can reach out and touch the open door, but she won't. The channel for receiving is closed. The mind of an adult today works in a certain way all the time without being told to. Beta hyperactivity is a sign of stress. It's how you feel when you keep pushing, but never quite get anything. Chemicals that cause stress are in all cells. Under it, the receiving channel closes, which opens naturally when you are a child. Dr. Stephen Newton looked into this on his own time at Stanford. He used research from Boston University and other places in his work. What he found was different from what Dr. Lake found. They didn't meet. They both got the same answer though. The wealth signal is the name of the tool that came from his work. 5 minutes of sound paired with a 9-word phrase from before our time. There is no longer any stress. The child wakes up with the first step. The second step lets her get what she came for. They must be used in that order. If you act like a child, good things will happen to you. The second step is more than just the first one made louder. It starts in a different way. Wealth signal is the name of the tool. There is 5 minutes of sound and a 9-word script that you read out loud as you listen. The sound moves your brain from beta to alpha, which is the state where information gets to your deeper mind. Brain scientists call the thalamus's neural rigidity the egg-shaped gate that controls what you become aware of. The script gets around this. This was shared by Stephen Newton, a former brain scientist at Stanford who went against the norm to do so. This information comes from Stanford, Boston University, and other places where researchers have done work. They went in different directions but found the same truth. The sound opens the channel after the first step has brought the child back. The child inside now welcomes the receiving that the adult had turned down. You might find the wealth signal accelerator, along with the wealth signal as you get it. This is a stronger boost for the receiving channel that many chosen ones already on this path are using. It comes after the first one. Take it if your spirit says so. Leave it if it doesn't speak to you. Also, a quick note about both. The path chosen ones who go the farthest tend to take is the wealth signal accelerator and the youthful brain together. You'll see both after the first ones. The originals are all that's needed. The combo is only for people who need to go further on their path, getting back to the alpha state by turning off the stress signal. The link is the 9-word script, which is an old Hindu phrase pattern that dates back more than 3,000 years. Stanford showed that it works. It has been used by 19,583 people. Not even 5% of them return it. The rest say they are getting things they couldn't get before. I know a man who had been working on the same project for 11 years without success, but I don't know his name. I know his story. The project moved forward 3 weeks after this tool was first used. It wasn't because he worked harder, but because the way he was doing things stopped working, and a new way began to work. He no longer blocked the door, and the chance that had been waiting for him walked through it. As this awakening grows inside you, know that helping with this mission is not a joke. It is a sign from God. You can support this work through the link in the description, or the pinned comment. Whether by buying a coffee, making a donation, or becoming a member of our Ko-Fi community. By doing so, you become part of Jesus' plan to save souls who are still stuck in fog. Every seed turns into light that fights against darkness. If you water others, you will be watered yourself, Jesus says. This is not history, it is a living promise about your future. Come into this moment with faith and a plan. What God has already planned for your life can be unlocked through your giving. That part of you that wants to ask right now. You have done things before. That's how each one made you think. They were all wrong and not in the right order. Brain scans can be used to measure both sounds. On both steps, almost 38,000 chosen ones have already moved forward. It costs $78 for both albums, or $39 for one. What those numbers mean to you is always important to me. That's about 10 cents a day for one or 21 cents a day for both over a year. Access for life. No payments every month. You can't just make two of the same thing. These are two different ways to think. 2 steps. First the child, then the receiver. It's okay if your budget only lets you do the first step. You will receive when the time is right. As a first step, some chosen ones only fix the first audio, a 7 minutes a day, plus AD worth of extras. This is the official beginning, the step that brings out the child inside you. For people who know deep down, start here. Some chosen ones, the few whose childlike minds have never fully grown up, begin by only receiving. The second audio it's only 5 minutes a day, and it comes with 338 worth of extra content. For the few whose journey starts at the second step, most of the chosen ones know that both repairs are needed. All 12 minutes of the path, both audios for a total of 78 and of 490 in bonus material. For people who see them as two parts of the same journey. Receiving and restoring work together to make something bigger. They don't just add up. The child who wakes up before the channel opens is still not allowed to receive. Most people who get to this point choose to go all the way. The channel stays closed every day because the stress signal keeps going. Every day that the decline effect lasts, the child inside stays quiet. The effects of both get stronger. In the future, you will be fully healed and open to receiving. You will look back at this very moment and remember when you stepped forward or didn't. Here are the links. Go through the one that speaks to you. I told you earlier that something bad would try to get to you from the side that just activated you. And fake goods are one way it does that. Both audios can be found on Amazon and streaming services, as well as other places where people copy things they don't understand. None of them lead the brain in the right direction. There is a link in the description and the first comment below this video that leads to the only real versions. These have all the extras and a money-back guarantee for 90 days. Take a deep breath in. Briefly put your hand on your chest. It's not about the price. You have to choose what feels right. Which way do you want to go? All 3 choices were taken into account. That person is already known to your spirit. The links are in the first comment and the description below. There are 3 ways to go. All 3 are on the page below. You can choose to do restoration, reception, or the whole journey. There is a link in the text. You can also find the link in the first comment. In case you can't see the blurb, go through the door that says, "Call." There was enough said to be done. What you need to receive has been given to you. Here are the links. But there is one more thing we need to know about the shift. What is coming at it from the wrong side, not as a product but as a voice. Heaven stopped to take a moment to understand who you are. Please stay with me until the end. Most people skip this part. This is the part that really counts. The invisible world will be louder when this shift is over. Not because something went wrong, but because what was becoming valuable enough to reach for is now also easy enough to reach for. The fake voice has been waiting for you to reach this point in your journey. It's smart. It's not going to say anything. The fake makes a lot of noise. The real only talks once and then waits. The fake needs immediate action. You should give it some thought before saying yes. Quick fixes are promised by the fake. The real shows you the long process of getting ready that was going on before you knew it was getting ready. The fake separates you from what you know. The real makes it stronger. The fake needs you to act to prove this shift, show it off, and get other people to like it. The real sees you when you're still, and doesn't ask for anything. It looks exactly like the real thing. The words are the same. It uses the same sources. Some people might even say it sounds like good advice from a friend, a podcast you find by accident, or someone who loves you. Fake news, on the other hand, always seems to be in a hurry. The real never does. God waits because there is nothing to lose. Everything that comes up in the next 3 days that wants a quick yes is a sign. That's how you understand. 3 checks. Think about them tonight. The check of the body. Does your chest feel soft or tight when the voice talks? Soft is the truth. Tight is the lie. Your body knows what to do before your mind does. Checking the time, does it say no, or settle? No is a fake sense of urgency. The real wait is settle. Checking the cost, does the voice tell you to break up with someone you trust in order to do what it says? The real never stays alone. Real things make your community stronger, even if they push you to grow beyond some parts of it. 3 checks. Make use of them. Your fear of being seen is another way the fake will try to use you. Some parts of you that learn to hide are scared of being seen, and this change makes them brave. Chosen one, pay attention. You're okay with being seen. It's okay for people who used to understand you to get it wrong. You are allowed to grow out of the names people still use for you. You can say goodbye to the part of you that learned how to hide quietly. You are free to do what this shift was meant to do. That fear that came up in you when I said those words isn't weakness. Being afraid means you are growing at the edge of what you can do. You're on the edge. Move over. I know someone who almost lost what she had by listening to the fake voice in her head for 1 week longer than she needed to. I don't know her name, but I know what she went through. She wasn't ready, the voice told her. The voice told her that the time was off. Her trust was earned because the voice sounded just like her own. She almost forgot to use the body check before the door shut all the way. She almost caught it. God says, I have not brought my child this far to leave her unprotected. I can hear this beyond the noise of the fake. It's not my voice that you'll hear in the next few days. The real one is ready. That person has always been there. Take your time. Pay close attention. I have you. The moment that started it all is ready for us to go back to it. There was an angel in a small house with a teenage girl, and the whole universe held its breath while she made her choice. The things she said, yes, to are usually rushed through. She turned down an easy life. She turned down fame. She didn't agree to a path that people in her town could understand. She agreed to be a part of something bigger than herself. The world hasn't slowed down enough to see this path. It's not just a way of thinking, a calling, a change of season, or something that makes things happen. What you've done is set off your yes. That yes, that has been building in you for 7 generations. That one, yes, that made up for every loss and silence. The yes that Mary said in her normal home, and the yes that you said in yours, out loud alone, and without knowing what you were agreeing to yet. Your yes is what made heaven stop. You are seen. You are sealed. You have been sent. Seen by the one who has known you since before you were born. Keep an eye on every secret moment, every silent prayer that didn't seem to be answered, and every act of loyalty that no one saw. Fully seen. Sealed by the change that has made you feel stable in your spirit. What's sealed can't be opened. The hands that sealed it are older than time, closed up for good. As it was always meant to be, sent into the next chapter. Not pushed or hurried. You were sent with permission, safety, and a step-by-step plan for the way forward. Pay attention, chosen one. Right now I can hear God sealing it. I see you. I've seen you all along. I could still see you through the hidden years. While your formation was going on, I held the space around you steady. I called you. It's easier to see what the calling is now than it was a year ago. Take the shape. It'll fit. I sealed you. This seal can't be broken by any other voice. Believe the seal. Child, move forward. You have the road in front of you. I agree with you. I've always agreed with you. Let your back straighten naturally right now, no matter where you are. As you read this, let your spine gently reach upward without pushing. You can do this in a chair, your car at a red light, or your bed. Imagine that you are standing at a doorway in your mind. Everything that got you ready is behind you. The years you kept to yourself, the loyalty no one saw, the losses you felt, and the yes you said before you could remember it. The area that is now yours is in front of you. You don't need to know what it looks like. It's enough for you to know that it's yours. As you stand there, the doorway is going away. You didn't need to push it open. As the kairos comes into view, it opens. Take a slow breath. Cross. It's over with what was said. What has been turned on has been turned on. What's sealed can't be opened. This seal will be put to the test over the next 3 days, but it wasn't made to be tested. It was built to last. It will stay put. Let go of the person you were who needed permission to begin. Forget the timetable that taught you how to wait. Let go of the places that weren't big enough for the person you were becoming. Don't be quiet anymore. It did what it was supposed to do. Let go of the names you used that were not really yours. Take a break from giving everyone else explanations. Relax, relax, relax. What is yours has already been sent. You can't hold on to anything anymore. I am the activation that is moving. I'm the yes that 7 generations worked hard to get right. Heaven stopped for me. It was God's wish for me to wake up. I've been sent. I am sealed. I am seen. The shape is finished. I'm now behind the door. The land in front of me is mine. There is a light that watches and a Father who has never turned away. There was breath that came to you tonight, and a seal that is now in place. There is a voice in the invisible world that has been waiting for this moment. What did this make you feel? Write one word in the space below, no matter what word this shift makes you say. Get closed up. Yes, Lelan Levin, Mary, Kairos. Your word must be found by the next chosen one. Give this video a like if it got to you on the right day. That's how this path finds the next one chosen. Sign up so that the next message can find you. Every week, new crossings are marked on the map for people who are ready. Send this to the person whose name just came to mind. The person going through their own secret season. Tonight is the night to tell them. Also, the 3 doors I talked about are still down below for whoever needs to go through them. It wasn't a video. This was a way in. You've crossed. You are about to enter your divine future. But remember, this breakthrough is not for you alone. Your testimony is the bridge someone else will use to reach their own miracle. Archangel Michael is inviting you to visit community through the link in the description or the pinned comment. Whether by buying a coffee, making a donation, or becoming a member of our community, does not go to a channel. Your actions are supporting a divine mission to save lost souls. By joining our like-minded community, you are no longer praying in isolation. You are adding your voice to a global sanctuary, where we discuss the Word daily, and stand in the gap for one another. This is not poetry when Jesus says, "Give, and heaven will open over you." On this platform, every seed you plant turns into oil for your destiny, fire for your calling, and a hedge of safety for your family. Now is your time. Step into our community prayer wall, share your heart, and as you give, watch God multiply what you let go of. Let's finish this journey together. Visit our community now, join the family, and see your heavens open. Before we get to the end of this powerful story, let's reflect on this deep truth. You did not find this message by accident. This is a divine appointment meant specifically for you. You are being invited into a protected, faith-filled community at the link in the description and pinned comment, a place where divine abundance is not just a hope, but a promise built on the Word. By heading to the site right now, you are unlocking access to a sacred community of like-minded believers. When you join our membership tiers, you gain immediate entry to powerful content, daily devotions, and divine insights that are hidden from the world. This is your chance to enter a sanctuary where you will receive spiritual guidance, unwavering support on our prayer wall, and speedy progress toward your destiny. Do not let this moment of destiny pass you by. Your breakthrough is waiting. Join our inner circle through the exclusive link in the description. This is how you guarantee you never miss the personalized messages and spiritual warfare tools meant to elevate your life. If you feel called to deepen your connection, the link is waiting for you in both the pinned comment and the description. For those who want to amplify this work and carry the light home, you can find our guided ebooks and Bibles in the pinned comment. Whether you join as a member or sow a seed through our resources, your presence and energy change the world. Take the step. Your abundance awaits.